spirits with you on a glorious day. 23 degrees today, a real drop of summer. And it's amazing because going into this weekend, we're really in a beautiful part of summer before that day comes, Freedom Day. And I know they call it Freedom Day, but it is a big thing, isn't it? You know, to go in pubs and restaurants and theatres and not have to put on any face masks, unless you really want to, of course, or unless they strictly say they require you to. It's not on the law anymore. So anyway, from Castle Rock Brewery, this is Elsie Mo. One of the, I would say, one of the 3 flagship beers of Castle Rock Brewery. Harvest Pale being the flagship beer. Screech Owl being such a cracking beer. And Elsie Mo is described as a glorious golden ale, ABV of 5%. I will read what's on the back without breaking any more glasses. Already broke one glass tonight. One glass down. Good evening, Paul. I've actually done a beer haul video, merchandise haul, but I'm actually putting that on tomorrow in the daytime after these lives. And thank you very much. So from Castle Rock, it says here, I'll get it out in a minute. Characterised by a floral citrus aroma with a beautiful balance of malt and hops, Elsie Mo is an award-winning golden ale brewed to a higher strength to enjoy at home. We are quietly confident that after this, drinking this bottle conditioned version, you'll see why this remains one of our flagship beers. And I did say it was a flagship beer. Can't speak. This is a, well, I did half a beer earlier, half a pint, but yeah, and bonjour. Yeah. So, brewed with Challenger, Bobek and Aurora hops, 5%. Now, I've been lucky to have this both on, obviously, loads of times in bottles and plenty of times in draft as well. An absolute stalwart, and good to see it in the shops, because we need our Nottingham brands in the big shops around the country, so that Nottingham brands get their due, you know, what they deserve, really. If it's decent beer, it deserves to be drank by all. As far as I know, just cask, but that may change, you know. Good evening. I didn't know till last night, until that video was released, that it's July the 19th, which is quite brilliant, really, because I can go to the pub with the wife on Monday, and I'm hoping to get some bottles. I'm hoping that it sells really, really well, and it goes into bottles. But obviously, Lincoln Green sell their casks around the country. Yeah, it's in... I'll be famous. Yeah, doubt it. Yeah, it is from a supermarket. Sure, it was as Morrison's it was in. Good evening, Benjamin. Yeah, it was Morrison's, because I got some from Morrison's the other day. I'm sure it was Morrison's. Morrison's or Asda. Now you've got me thinking. Not 100% sure now. So yeah, like I was saying, this is one of the 3 flagship beers of the Castle Rock brand. Harvest Pale, obviously the 2010 Supreme Champion Beer of Britain, and on draft, on cask rather, an absolute barnstorming beer. You wouldn't believe that it's only 3.7%. The taste is amazing. I'm damn sure it'll appear elsewhere. Hopefully, Lincoln Green will put it on their website and say where it's available. If it's available near, I really pray it comes to bottles, because I want 2 cases. Yeah, is he what on YouTube made a return, or on privately? I know it was on private somewhere. Not that our paths have never crossed anyway, so it doesn't really, he doesn't really bother me. And although, no, it's bang on, mate, absolutely bang on, as you'll see tomorrow morning. He's back now, apparently. Oh, right, yeah, maybe YouTube have, yeah, I've got enough on my life about getting involved with other people's things. Good evening. And my channel's all about promoting good beer and being decent and the right sort of person. It's not about that sort of thing. And as you can see, lovely golden pour, 5%. Let's get in. Oh, beautiful aroma. And I've had this, like I say, many times on draft and in bottles. And I will reiterate. Oh yeah, what you bought? Not doing well tonight. I've already broke one glass. Yeah, my Duvel glass is history. Yeah, I thought it was, but Carling, you better not be Carling. We don't want no Carling. Subtle and citrus for me, this. I was just thinking about Castle Rock earlier, Nottingham Beer Festival, when they used to have the, as you walk in the castle entrance, there was like, I thought it was a train, but that must have been a caravan type thing. And on there, they had all the Castle Rock beers there, and I think it was the pilot beers, if for want of a better word. And there was like 10 beers all together there. Yeah, there was about 10 beers, all the pilot beers. I do wish that the hierarchy at Castle Rock keep on with the pilot beer project. I know obviously as things go back to normal, cask is obviously the big thing. But I love the craft that's coming out, especially with Attic Brew. But the pilot project as well can deliver things like imperial stouts and stuff like that. And I think it's good to hit it from all angles at the moment, especially. Yeah, it's the mobile bar. I thought it was. Yeah. There's actually near me. I think it's Saturday. There's a little beer festival in Arnold or Mapley Top. Poppy Fest Beer Festival. 10 cask beers. Castle Rock. £5 to get in. 10 beers on cask. So I'm in and ahhing whether to go up on Saturday night just to drag the wife up, get the son to give us a lift up, and then get a lift back and home. Bit of live music, food. Might even take the younger son. And yeah, live from the beer festival. Yeah, that'd be something, wouldn't it? I think, and I can see me going live on Monday from the pub doing a beer review, so that'll be interesting. Of Wraggys Golden Ale. That'd be so interesting. And I'm sure, unless I was dreaming earlier, that my boss at work, now I may have got this wrong, but I'm sure he says, not him, but the manager, we've got a site manager now at both workplaces, and I'm sure one of the managers, yeah, it'd be crazy, wouldn't it? I'm sure one of the site manager, as long as it's a quiet place, I'm not doing it in front of loads of people, I feel a right idiot. There are limits in life, especially loads of people staring at you going, that's that bloke off the bar clip. But I'm sure that the manager Cockcliff, where I was today, turned around to me and says, John, who's the owner, he's on about having your beer on cask at Cockcliff. And I'm like, what? And so I don't know if that's going to happen or not, unless I totally got it screwed. So that's going to be really, really interesting. And scary stuff. It is scary. Humbling, scary. But you know, yeah, can you imagine doing a beer review from the workplace that probably saved me last year? Very interesting times. Very, very curious. You know, beer reviewing did help me out of a dark place from this time onwards last year. Obviously, getting a much better job did as well. And you know, the last 11 months has been amazing, really. And it all seems to be going from strength to strength, building bridges with local breweries. It's what it's all about, really. We're all in it together, aren't we? Beer drinkers, our local breweries, and the pubs. Anyway, on with the beer. Nice long review tonight. Chit chat and a review. The future is going to be interesting, isn't it? You know, you already can see that COVID's going to go through the roof. It's going to go absolutely through the roof. But is it the case now? Is it survival of the fittest? I don't know. It's or will a lot of people still? I think local companies, local breweries, I think carrying on with deliveries, carrying on with pop-up markets like Castle Rock do some good pop-up markets in and around the Nottingham area. And I do think that doing the curveball stuff and not just traditional pubs is the way forward now. And also doing a variation of craft, traditional, pushing the boat out in all angles. I do think that's got to be the way forward for all breweries. And like I said, the projects and that, yeah, we do need to adapt, don't we? And at some stage, I think you've got to get it, haven't you? And I mean, I'm 10 days into a cold, and this cold's given me a good thumping. Took the COVID test, not COVID, but it. And I think that your immune system, because you hadn't had a cold for over a year, your immune system's struggling with it. I presume. I do presume. Anyway, let's get drinking. What's up?
After you've done your beer review, hello everyone. After you've done your beer review,
yeah, well,
I have a favour to ask.
What?
Can you get my football?
Oh, I'll do it later. All right, later. Go on then. Pee off.
After your beer review, I said you're not
go on then.
mad. Little Wraggys coming loose.
Yep, go on then. Go away. Kids. So yeah, going down a tree. This is. He's obviously kicked the ball over next door's garden. Better not drink anything too strong. Won't be falling and breaking my neck on the fence. Wouldn't look good tomorrow, would it? Going into it with a broken leg. So yeah, absolutely amazing this beer is. Could you know? Yeah. Imagine if you turn around and says beer is the answer to COVID. Drink more beer, eh? It'd be great, wouldn't it? You'd just be down the pubs all the time, necking the beer. At least the next few days with all this warm temperatures as well will help pubs again. I mean, after last weekend, the pubs must have earned a nice packet. Apart from those pubs that got their pubs smashed up because of some of the idiots on Saturday night, you know, no need for that. No need for it at all. Very sad indeed. So, Castle Rock. Kiss Me Kate. Oh dear, that was some beer, that was. I do think, you know, if those at Castle Rock in the hierarchy ever watch these videos, and I know I've said it once before doing other beer reviews, it's probably screech out, but I do think that it's Nottingham beer. I looked at Instagram for a few hours What was the beer? 5%. Yeah, she's a good one. Yeah, she puts me on the straight and narrow. Yes, yes. Yeah, she's the proverbial red card. Yeah, yes. I'm staying in good books now, which is why I'm not. I dropped myself in it the other night by drinking a 7.4, an 11, and a 5. I was steaming afterwards, and it didn't go down well. It didn't. I got the proverbial red, and it's a thing all blokes around the country and partners. You know, I mean, it's, you know, you drink too much, you go bollocking. Solstice Brewery, rightio. Not heard of them. No, not heard of them at all. New to me. She does indeed. She does indeed stir the ship. Although, when it's the other way round, I'm one for doing the bollockins as well. So, you know, if need be, a bollockin needs to be dealt, I shall give out the bollockins as well. At the moment, it's just me who gets all the bollockins, but there you go. Can't win them all, can you? But yeah, the brewery. I mean, just recently, the amount of new beers coming out, it is amazing. NG2 3GA, same area as the Sneinton area. Yeah, Sneinton, West Bridgford area of Nottingham. Because obviously, Castle Rock are NG2, Magpie's NG2. Good evening, Slurpee. Totally Brewed's NG2. I'll have to get my eye out on them, or get hold of Adventure Beer and give them a nudge and see if they can get some in. The more we get of the local breweries and the more we promote our locals, the better. Especially from someone who actually reviews Nottingham beers and who likes his Nottingham breweries. You've got to like where you live, haven't you? Where you're born. That's what it's all about. Yeah, next bridge next to the Trent. Yeah. Good evening, David. So NG2 encapsulates, and if I remember rightly, I think Colic may be NG2, Sneinton, Neon Raptors NG2 as well. They're Sneinton. Liquid Light Sneinton NG2, although they may be NG3, which is St Anne's, because where they are, it's just on the border, or maybe even NG4. But Neon Raptors definitely NG2. So very interesting. If I remember, and if I don't forget later, I'll have a look at Instagram and do some googling myself, find out where they are, because it'd be nice to get hold of a beer from them. Yeah, well, the original owner, is he still the owner, or was he the original owner of Castle Rock in the Isle of Man? Brilliant beer though, isn't it just, eh? Absolute classic of a golden ale. Into citrus. Do you know, I've never been there. Never been to Neon Raptor. Good morning. Lovely warm weather here. Not as warm as your side of the world, but warm nonetheless. Yeah, I need to go down to Neon Raptor. The good bloke and Craft Beer Basic, he actually works there. He's a Nottingham beer reviewer. He does sporadic beer reviews, to be fair, and he don't mince his words. He's proper Nottingham, and you know, he don't mind coming out with it. And he works at Neon Raptor, and he does the odd beer review, but not very often. I think he's doing it, but he's only doing it when he really wants to. But I do want to go down to Neon Raptor. Me and Craig, Kent Beer Reviews, you might have heard of him on the internet. He sometimes pops on here as well. And me and him are going on the Friday. We're going down to Nottingham Craft Beer Festival from 5 o'clock till 10. So hopefully we'll get some Neon Raptor in that night, and I don't care how busy it is, I'll be doing beer reviews. Screech Owl is some beer, amazing. When we had it at Sainsbury's in the Great British Beer Hunt, I wanted to get that in. I petitioned Sainsbury's. I says, get this in, it's going to sell massively. Came to Sainsbury's, we sold out. And what I did, I ramped up all the numbers. If you've ever worked in the shop, you can order more. Well, I did, because we're in Nottingham. I knew. And if it helped out at Castle Rock, there was a Castle Rock beer and there was a Blue Monkey beer at the same time. And I'm pro my locals. So I ramped up both the stockpiles and it just sold out. And in the end, we couldn't get any more. Obviously, there was a limit on what Castle Rock were allowed to, or what Sainsbury's bought from Castle Rock. So we must have sold out the most of the region, because it was flying out at Sainsbury's. I'd like to go to Isle of Man one day. I mean, we're going to Blackpool soon, and luckily with the face mask thing gone, then at least looking for a craft pub rather, on Blackpool Beach, somewhere near on Blackpool Beach, on the Friday night when we go up, it'd be awesome. Getting on there, getting a few craft beers in, and doing a few Sly reviews with my son in the background, because he'll always get in. He's 10 years old, but he loves YouTube, and he's had a channel since he was about 8 years old. Game of Wraggys. Yeah, I have to do him a channel, and every now and again he flips for it. Yeah, I've got about 30 forest tops in total. They're all about 40 quid each though, so you know. I will visit more places, obviously, money permitting, you know. It's the one Achilles heel we have, because only one of us works, so money is sadly an issue. And I'm not in the highest paid job in the world as it is, you know. It's I wanted a job that I actually enjoyed, and I didn't want to go working around the country or working down London. So I could have gone for an higher paid job the other week, £5,000 more. I could have got the job, I know I could. But it's not always about the money, is it? Let's be fair. I moved jobs like the other year, and not for the money. It's terrible, isn't it, what they charge? And then at the end of the season, they get rid of them for like 20 quid. You're always better off going for one that's unbranded as well, because Victor Chandler's quite old now. I've got that many different coloured forest tops, and I used to have a load of England tops, but they all got manky, you know, because they're white. They all got manky. Anyway, 23 minutes in. I will end this about 27 minutes in, and I'm only doing 2 reviews because I did a Sly one earlier. Quasi-Dodo. Good evening, Greg. Mr. Bowman. Are you still on holiday? Let me say that again, slower. Are you still on holiday? Bloody hell, I was quick, wasn't it? You know, most people will be thinking, what's he just said? And enjoy your holiday if you are. You know, it's nice. It's nice to get away. Normality. We want to do some holidays this year, if we can. I've got plenty of days off coming up. And these some £15 holidays, I still ain't got rid of it, you know. And like I was saying earlier, fair play. I was saying earlier that, you know, your immune systems, because a lot of us have not had a cold for a year and a half. Bless you. I've got the yellow. I haven't got rid of any forest tops over the years. I've got rid of all my England tops, which is not too bad, you know, at times. You know, I've got rid of all my forest white tops though, because they just get manky again. Well, the wife, not the wife, my mother actually. So should have kept them really. you need a bit of normality. I mean, we went to Paulton's Park the other week. It was amazing. We're going to Blackpool soon, end of this month, and we really want to go to Fort Park for a weekend. Take the son, because he's got autism, and until you have somebody with autism, it's you know, people are wired differently, and he don't understand. He understands a lot of the world the same as everybody else, but not all of it. And it's a learning curve for us as parents. But yeah, we have spruce trees in England. Yeah. It's a learning curve for him, but now he's 1.4 meters. He can go on all the big rides, and he loves the big roller coasters. So Fort Park is a roller coaster heaven for big rides. So we want to time it and try and go down. And has anybody ever been to Fort Park? They have their hotel is like these containers, awful containers. A vow beer to review. Spruce tips in a winter ale. No, he ain't actually. Good evening, Norman. Or Danny, as I should call you, really. Norman, it's wearing thin now, isn't it? And it's nice to, now football's out of the way again. Although, to be honest, for everyone watching this as a football fan, picture your team. Don't picture England playing Italy the other night, but picture Scotland, Wales playing Italy the other night. Now, Italy. Cheers, matey. Now, you put your team against Italy the other night. They were fouling, dirty fouls. The referee was non-existent for most of it. Yeah, gave out a couple of yellows, but there were some red cards there. And not only that, where the hell was VAR? I'll sow that seed and leave it with you. Don't think as the team that was playing Italy as England. Put it as a Scotland, Welsh, whatever team in the world that you support. Italy got away with a lot of stuff they shouldn't have got away with. And I'll leave that there. Pomona Island, factor from... Good evening, you. How are you? Although these days I have to be careful with you, because I never know if you're you or if you're the beer. You know, a bit of a hooligan sort of thing. You know what I mean? Banter's good. Banter's good. What as football fans, what we don't want cheats winning. We don't want referees who ignore. Yeah, we don't want referees that, you know, for me as a football fan, I don't like cheats winning. I don't care what nation they are on earth. I don't like Neymar because he just drops on the floor. He's a fantastic player. He's a world-class player, but he's such a cheat, and I hate it. Bloody hell, it fell off the chair. Already broke one glass. The home brews. Well, I've got two home brews that, because I'm so busy at the moment, I've not even been able to add the rum, the spiced rum or the honey bourbon to. They're both finished. The apple and mango wine's brewing nicely. Yeah. You reckon? Nah. Castle Rock's very decent. I had some Brian Clough the other day. Top class. Absolutely top class. From the Vat and Fiddle pub. Good evening, Scott. How are you, matey? I've got my cold from somewhere. I haven't been able to get rid of it. I mean, this is... I started coughing a week on Saturday ago. And on the Sunday, I was rough, really rough. And COVID rough. And I thought, oh dear, here we go. This is not looking good. No, I've not been to the Dewdrop in Ilkeston. No. I need to visit more pubs, you know, especially pubs that do the craft stuff. I went to talking of Ilkeston, I went to the Crafty One bar and bottle shop. top class bar in Ilkeston, and the bottle shop was just amazing. Oh God, you could spend about 300 quid in there, so easy on top notch craft beers. I mean, we're talking real top craft. But then their draft range of craft beers was absolutely awesome too. It's good to see these pubs about. These little micro pubs and pubs doing bottled stuff is amazing. I'm going to drag the wife to some. So I'm stopping. Good on you, Scott. It's the way forward, mate. In your area, and this is for me, this is where beer reviewers need to do. Go into your local pubs. 20 a day. Fair play there. Whoa. Especially if you get a freebie. Get a half a pint of draft from each pub. Job's a good one. For free. Yeah. My name's Wraggy. I live in Sherwood. I've got loads of bottles. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. What a job. What a job. I tell you what. I'd do beer deliveries. I'd pack in gardening to do beer delivery. Hey? Especially if you can snag half a pint from each pub. And for free, obviously. You know, you don't want to be paying for the stuff. But yeah, like I was saying, Scott, as beer reviewers, we have a duty. Yeah. I think beer reviewers have a duty. Yeah, fuck driving. Pardon my French. I think beer reviewers, we are part of the. Obviously, bad beers deserve calling out. They do, but there's a good way of being right with beers. I mean, some of the supermarket stuff. Exactly, Scott. Definitely. Our local pubs need a little bit of pushing. Our local breweries need that little bit of pushing. And as YouTube, good evening, Thomas. As YouTube channels grow, in time they go from 100 to 500, 2,000, and especially for the much bigger channels in this world, they need to be right, and they've got to be careful not to destroy breweries, destroy pubs, you know, for the want of being sensationalists and all that. And you know, we live in these areas, and it's good to. If the beer's bad, the beer's bad. There's not much you can do about it. But if the beer's good, then it's worth promoting it and saying, "I've just been to this pub. The staff were top class. The beer was top class. Get yourself down here." No, mate, and I totally agree with you. I know exactly what you mean. Not naming any names, but that's why the respect will always go to those that well, give back. We'll put it that way. Anyway, yeah, you know, you live in your local area. The last thing you want to do is destroy a local area brand. There's a way of saying something, being critique, but in the right way. But you know, doing local regional beers, people still want to hear your personality. Oh, 15% charge. Damn. People still want to hear your personality. And people from all over the country will look at them beers and then local breweries, and then they'll look on where they can get them nationally. And by doing that, nationally and even internationally, because beers are available international these days. There are people who will get the beers out international. By doing that, it's good all the way round. And then you build up a friendship with your local breweries, businesses. And you know where I am in Nottingham, apart from the city centre, because the city centre is not looking great, to be fair, but my local area, Sherwood, they are bucking the national trend. Whereas, I don't know if anybody's been to supermarkets lately, but Tesco's and Sainsbury's are getting rid of their meat and delicatessen counters and sacking staff as well, which is rather naughty. But the local area, Sherwood in Nottingham, just one local area, multiple, and I do mean multiple new shops opening up. And it just goes to show you that people are going local. They're bucking the trend. They're going back to their locals. COVID has taught people a lesson that support your locals over those that don't care about your community. You know, all good stuff, I reckon, anyway. So, for want of actually doing a beer review, lovely golden ale, Elsie Mo, 5% from Castle Rock Brewery, based in NG2 in Nottingham. It's, I would class it as Meadows area, really. Definitely. And I think doing a mix of local and the odd national is the way to go. You know, I try to do 1 in every 3 local. Gotta be the way. And some of these locals are nationally known anyway. Castle Rock's nationally known. Black Iris, Neon Raptor, Liquid Light, Lincoln Green, Bang the Elephant, Alter Ego. The list goes on and on. Lots of nationally known breweries. So Golden Pour, Little White Head, citrusy, floral on the taste. Translate all the like that all the way through. So easy drinking. Damn nice in bottle and on draft. Ho ho ho. Yeah, there's some crackers, absolute crackers. And I'll tell you what they are as well. And I'm sure this is not just Nottingham, but they're all top class people as well. Top class. And I like that. And as you can see, Nottingham all day long. Out of 5 for me, yeah, 4.4. I think that's a fair score. It's a top class beer. Right. Yeah, the water's fantastic. Yeah. Definitely is. It definitely is, Danny. You know, it's supporting our locals, be it Scotland, Wales, England, you know, East Midlands, you know, the South, wherever you live, supporting them locals and doing, even if you do 50% local and 50% national, international, it all, as beer reviewers, it puts these people on the map. And doing the beer review in the right way as well, you know, it's good to be a decent. Right, got to run. Got a quick review to do. I've got a nice beer to review next because it's 11%. That's next one on the list. Oof. Yeah, I did say I wasn't going to do an 11%, but that was only 5, so I can get away with it, can't I? I won't be steaming, will I? Thank you all for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing and interaction. Thank you all. And back in 2 minutes. And cheers, everyone. Great to chat to everyone. Be it virtually or not virtually. Cheers.